I'm in Denver, Colorado, and I've just started my trip to Disneyland Paris. I'll be there in less than 24 hours. So I'm sitting here at a hotel in Denver, Colorado. It is Tuesday morning. Had a wonderful night's sleep as I'm starting out my trip. That's right, I know a lot of you are thinking I'm arriving at Disney on Friday. Well, it's actually a couple days earlier, but we wanted to keep a couple days quiet. We're actually going to be having breakfast here. I'm going to be meeting the friends going with me, and then head over to the airport. We're actually hopping on the shuttle at 8 in the morning. It's about 6:30 right now, so got a little time. And then starting essentially a full day trip out to Paris. We will be arriving there at 9 in the morning or so. And so really hoping we all sleep on the plane because we're going to need it, because we're going to be going straight over to Disneyland. The ones I'm escorting don't realize that their family member that is joining them, the original plan was they were going to be there until Friday. Well, he's going to be there waiting for them. So it should be a lot of fun to see that reaction when we get there. Really excited. The nice thing is with that family member arriving earlier than what we thought, it means my fear over the rental car and having to drive is gone. I don't have to deal with that now. Yay! And several other little bits and pieces. So excited, can't wait. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a fun day. Well, sort of. I don't mind airplanes. I enjoy them. The best part is what's waiting at the end. Here we go. Ready to start the really big step of the journey. So after being at the very busy Denver airport, we come into Cincinnati, Kentucky, and you can see it's nearly empty. Quiet, everything's open, but the kids are having a great time walking around on the conveyor belts because there's no reason not to. There's nobody they're tripping over. Nice airport, though. So first thing interesting here with France, yes, we are actually parked out on the runway, and we're on a bus to get it into the terminals. First time I've ever done that. Traffic on the other side. Looks almost like what we would have used to call a convoy. So we arrived safely, got through the airport. I was actually surprised how quick and easy that was. And here we are at Disneyland.
Oh my god, look at
with Bubbles and Crazy. All sorts of other trouble. So, having just arrived, we're hungry because we've been traveling all night. So it's time to get a hot dog. And you see, it looks just like Casey's. Had a wonderful trip, sitting down having some lunch in the park, and you can see the castle behind, and yeah, that's one of the people I came with. You like ice cream? Excited? Toy-wise, I feel wonky, but you know, I fully expected that. Main Street here is interesting because it's so much more colorful in the States, but it feels like Main Street, but slightly off. It's
like being in a different
dimension. Challenge the park. Yeah.
You know what? So I do something in my room. Ah, look. So you know, when you're a magician, you have to be, you have to be able to do such. Look, that. You will be my assistant. Then, if you wanted to, this is an egg. Take the egg in your hand. Yeah, don't squash it. Just say, can you put it in the bag? Sorry, oh, she's not afraid. Can you pull the bag inside out? Thank you. Normal bag, nothing in the bag. Yes. Now what? This is the most amazing thing. Even David Copperfield doesn't know how it works. David Copperfield, you know? A very famous American magician. So look, the egg is here. In a few seconds, just ready. Go. Which half? This one? You want that one? Shall I do it again? Can you pull the bag inside out?
I failed.
Okay, so I did. Yeah. So what? You need a bag and an egg. Okay, so you just take the eggs. Please, pull the bag inside out again. You see, there's nothing special, just an egg and a bag, you see?
All right, so we are on day 2. I didn't do a whole lot of videotaping yesterday, did some, but after the jet lag and exhaustion kicked in, it was just kind of like, okay, I'm going to make it through the day. But today, we're going to head over to Disney Studios. I want to call it Hollywood because I keep thinking Florida. And that is the home of the Tower of the Terror. Tower of the Terror? Tower of Terror. Ooh, you can tell I'm still not totally fully with it. But we're going to enjoy Hollywood Studios. There's only 2 days left of their Star Wars celebration that they're doing, and we got to make sure we catch it before it's all gone. So today, Star Wars. Nerd alert! So here's one way that Disneyland Paris is different than the other Disney parks. You've got the big old massive conveyor belts going all the way in. Kind of looks like Universal Florida. And then the parking lot for the main cars is right over there. Now I see why it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Bus is off to the other
The
side.
bridge is so hard.
So as you come in, you've got the bus drop off there, the train station,
That's what you maybe do at the mall.
and then as you come up, there's your entrance to the parks. You see studios ahead, and then Disneyland itself is off to the right side. What's kind of cool is you go into Disneyland, you actually walk under the hotel, and that's where all the ticket booths are. But our goal today, straight ahead. So there is Disneyland's entrance, and you can see the Hotel Disneyland. You walk through it, and then you swing around, and that is the entrance to Walt Disney Studios. And swing back this way, and this is Disney Village, the world of Disney, and the cinema, and Buffalo Bills, and so much more. So here's your entrance. Goofy's over there meeting. Fantasia statue. Mary Poppins and the Penguin are over there. And that's actually your main entrance to the park. What you can't tell, because it just changed, was the music for Star Trek was actually playing as we came in. And I wonder how that works out. So this is right as you walk in, you have to come through this place.
Star Wars.
See the back of a set. Pardon.
Look at that. Look at that.
And then walking in, and you got a nice big X-Wing right there. You see the Brown Derby. It's right in here. And see all that? Now this is interesting as I come up to the Brown Derby. It's a quick service restaurant here. Who would have thought of the Brown Derby as a quick service? Hollywood and Vine is a gift shop. Last Chance Gas. The bakery. Gossip column. Here's something that's going to throw all of you Disney fans off. Tower of Terror, we're in the middle of the studios, and here is the partner statue. That's not a castle behind it, it's the sets. Also, if you're familiar with the hat at Burbank Studios or at casting, well, it's sitting here. Kind of harkens back to actual Burbank where they did a lot of the animation.
I can't get up.
So this is interesting. As you walk in, Studio 2 is apparently all closed up. And then they have Disney Junior Live on stage and Stitch Live. Then here's really cool. The nerds come out here, an A-Wing fighter. And then the big stage where they will be doing the Star Wars shows, and we will catch those later. So watch carefully under the fence. And you'll notice that somebody has gone where they shouldn't have. So, this is the actual waiting area. Screens. Doors are over there. And then a nice bench there for all the parents. The nice thing is they do the show in both English and French, so we're going to go see the English version.
From the Grand Councilwoman.
Thank you, Captain Garrett.
Greetings, Earthlings. I am the Grand Councilwoman of the United Galactic Federation, and I have an urgent request regarding a genetically created life form by the name of Stitch. How? We're sending out this message to all Earthlings. Help us find Stitch and get him home to his family. I believe in Hawaii they call it Ohana. Good luck.
We just got out of the Stitch show, which basically what it is it's like Turtle Talk with Crush, but with Stitch. So, what'd you think, Maya?
Well, it was kind of weird because I kept trying to figure out how it was happening and how it was working, and also I didn't really like the graphics because
It was
too
Stitch
3D.
talking. That's how it was working.
Yeah, but I didn't really like the graphics because it was too 3D, and the original movie was more 2D.
So, what'd you think?
Maybe I'm
This
just
is
too
Sophie.
old.
What'd you think? She's busy modeling.
I thought it was fun, and it was yeah, same thing with her.
It was fun. That's pretty much it. It was a neat show. If you think about Turtle Talk with Crush, you have a good idea what it is. And they do it both in English and in French. So our show was in English, and then the next one will be in French. So Walk By Tower, it was a 70-minute wait, and the Fast Passes were all gone already. It's fairly early. So we headed over to the tram tour. We'll find out what it's like. And the funny thing is Fast Passes are also already shut down, and it's like 1 o'clock. So we're real early. So either they're really busy or they're just not using Fast Passes today. But we'll take this. The nice thing about the tram tour here is this is probably its last year for it, because this is what they're going to be tearing out to add in all the new sections here at Disneyland Paris. So last chance. So we're heading into Toy Story Land now. I actually just got off the studio ride, and yeah, frankly, it was a disappointment. It was about what the one at about what the one in Florida was before they closed it down, and it was just kind of sad. Had the same Catastrophe Canyon, had actually fewer props on it. But it won't be a loss once they start putting in all the new lands. It's actually starting to sprinkle just a smidge too. So now we got to try not to get too wet and not walk in the pictures, the sets that they have, like real sets.
Merci, citoyen. Votre loyauté est appréciée. L'ordre ne peut régner sans le premier ordre. Allez, on y va.
T'as vu ce qu'ils font?
Restez vigilants. Les hommes de cette division doivent être au plus haut niveau. Le mien. Montrez votre courage.
La force, elle t'appelle.
So just got done seeing the Star Wars Galaxies, Star Wars Spectacular and the March of the First Order, and stuff like that. It's kind of funny because you watch it here and it's all in French, and so you don't understand the things being said. And they were kind of standing in front of the car. There it goes. I didn't take a ride there because I was actually eating my sandwich. I'll come catch that one again in a little bit. And right behind us, as I'm swinging around and hopefully not getting you dizzy, that's Slinky Dog. We did take a ride on that. That was a lot of fun. I think the old Berserker rides, except you got 4 in a row instead of just 2. So, had a good time. Pixar Place, or Pixar Land, or Toy Story Land, whatever they call it. It's really kind of neat. This is kind of what's going to be opening up at Disney Hollywood Studios in Florida soon. Same idea, different rides, but really nicely themed. Having a lot of fun though. Nice park. You know, you read online that it's about a half-day park. Yeah, we still got a good chunk to go. So we've been walking around smelling this really weird smell, trying to figure out what on earth it is. And we actually finally just found it. It's fertilizer. No wonder it smells so poopy. I just got off of the Ratatouille dark ride here, and it was amazing. Trackless ride, and just absolutely incredible the way it works. You don't have to understand any French. There was a little bit of English spread into it, but just one of the neatest ride experiences I've seen. Using projections and 3D talks. What do you think? Do you like it?
I think yes. So.
And it was split into 3 sections.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what did you
3
think?
different interludes. Yeah, I liked it. I loved it. My favorite part was when we went underneath the stove and we were blasted with warm air because
Yeah.
it's so cold out here. I usually don't wear my gloves, but
Just a really neat ride. I know they're putting in the coaster at Epcot, but if they put this in, that would be really cool. I'd love to see this in other parks. So this is the Ratatouille area with Bistro Chez Remy, which is the fancy restaurant. And then the Ratatouille ride. Honestly, I was so impressed with that dark ride. That was just really, really cool. But just a really pretty area. They've got a fountain, which I think the water's turned off because it's cold. That would be my guess. And then over here on the other side, past the bathrooms, is the souvenir shop. And you can see off into the rest of the park that way. One of the things you'll notice, smoking areas and non-smoking areas don't mean much here. And that's right, they just light up and smoke wherever. That's part of France. So if you are allergic to cigarette smoke, just be aware. There is, even though they have designated smoking areas, nobody pays attention. Oh, and this is Radiator Springs.
Elastigirl et moi sommes heureux d'être ici. Nous avons une mission à accomplir. Je cherche des super-héros. Vous êtes prêts?
À vous de jouer!
Allez tout le monde, faites comme nous. C'est facile.
Allez, tous ensemble, de toutes vos forces!
Un super-héros doit foncer, quoi qu'il arrive. Allez les enfants, courez le plus vite possible.
Allez les enfants, courez aussi vite que vous pouvez!
It's been a good day so far. Sun's starting to set, so the lights are starting to come on, as you can see behind me a bit. Just a real pretty area out here. We've been having a lot of fun riding rides and catching different things. Got Radiator Springs. We're gonna head over to Turtle Talk. We were gonna do the Crush Go Coaster. Kind of weird. They had a single rider's line, but you had to have a reservation to be in it, and we couldn't see where to get a reservation. So that was kind of odd, a little bit different. So I have to catch that on another day. The rest of the group is actually over at Tower of Terror right now. I was going to go over to that, but unfortunately, well, nature called. And when nature calls, you better listen, because that's going to be really bad. But the line's not too bad. It's like 25 minutes, so I'll catch you on another day with no problem at all. We'll have plenty of days out here. But a lot of fun. Something really interesting. They still have the animation studio here, which is really cool, since it's pretty much gone in California and Florida. But what's really neat, if you can see the Moana posters there, except here in France, she's not Moana, she's Vaiana. So had to get a couple pins and things with that. A little neat to see the difference in the names. Oh, one other thing that's really weird here. Okay, you've got the Pixar land with the Toy Story stuff, and so you can kind of see Radiator Springs back there, and that corner of the building is Crush Coaster, and then right smack in the middle of it is Agrabah with the flying carpets. Huh? So here's another interesting little look at the park here. You can see this is kind of based on Southern California. You got the Tower of Terror right there. If you swing around this way, this is essentially their complete movie sets. That's supposed to be Los Angeles and Hollywood. And then the edge of that you turn, and here is the art of Disney animation. So almost no real sets like Hollywood Studios used to have the Streets of America, and that's kind of as close as they come here. But then of course even that is all going to change, because they're going to do all this expansion, and right where you see the entrance to the studio tram tour, that's all going to go. So I imagine they'll probably even change the sets here too. This is kind of the back side of the entrance. This is really the entrance to the park. Everybody has to come through that building to come in or go out. And that's really the only way in, so kind of an interesting little deal. Instead of having a Main Street or Hollywood Boulevard, it's a building with a Brown Derby and a couple quick eatery restaurants and a couple souvenir shops in there, and then a X-Wing fighter and a TIE fighter. And then you walk out and you see the partner statue, which I'm still confused why that's in studios instead of Disneyland, but it's France. They can do their own thing.
What a crowd, what a mob, what a ride, what an experience, Ali! Unreal. I was on the track going like this, right? 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and I got right up to here, and I thought I was going to lose it, and I felt like I was hearing... Going down!
Just got off Rock and Roller Coaster. Different pre-show than the one in Florida, and they didn't even let us finish it. We got like a third of it, I think, and then it cut off. And so then went in. This one down here, it rides like a Vekoma. It definitely did some head banging. I found myself riding defensively during the last third of it. Fun ride, got the picture, so I'll flash that up there. But oh yeah, then I got to ride with Sophie in the front.
Okay, so I felt like I was the only one screaming. I was doing die, die.
But she didn't die. She lived.
On May 25th, Star Wars premiered. Now, more than 40 years later, Star Wars has reached every corner of the world and across generations as the saga continues to transport audiences with the words, "A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away." It's true.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
My